Okay, so in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to install the Coollify panel so that we can then use Coollify to install our online apps like Reactjs, Next.js, Stack, whatever. Okay, so let's get to installing this. If you're looking to get a 20% discount on Hostinger, then use the referral code in the description below, or go to the Hostinger website, and in the website URL add question mark referral code is equal to swebdev and press enter. The code will be applied on checkout. So let's continue with the rest of the video. So if you want to know how to install this while you're buying actually your Hostinger, you do have the option to select the OS with panel. Okay, just go into the option and select this one. Okay, and then just buy your VPS, and it will ask you a few things and then set up everything for you. Or you could just buy your VPS and then go into the VPS setting. Okay, just click this, and then you'll have a manage button. Okay, click that, and then go into OS and panel and operating system, and then come here, go to OS with panel. Okay, just like Coollify, and I'm going to choose change OS. Next, it will basically ask you to generate a new password. Do that, and then copy this password, and then click confirm. Then go into overview, and here it's showing you that it's installing everything from scratch. So this is going to take a little time. I'm going to pause the video and come back. Okay, now it's installed. Now you just go into manage panel and you have to create a new user. Okay, so just fill in all of this information. I'm just quickly going to do that. Okay, so I'm done filling in all of the information. Okay, so this is what you get greeted with when you are done registering. So click get started. Okay, so it asks you basically what you want to do. So you can kind of skip the onboarding. Okay, if you want. I'm just going to show you want to do it like this. So I'm going to click next. Okay, then it asks you if you want a remote server or a local host. Okay, it gives you the difference between both of them. Okay, and you can create more servers as well, I believe, later on. So I'm basically just gonna do localhost, and let's click create new project. So in this tutorial, I'm showing you how to upload a React project as well. Something simple. Okay, so this is what you get greeted with. Okay, now I want to make one thing clear. You cannot upload files into this like you would do with other panels. Okay, so you do not have that option where you would just upload everything. The main reason for that is that Coollify basically uses Docker images. Okay, so if you either have a Docker image or a GitHub repository, then you can upload certain images. Okay, and then connect with them. So you also have a lot of databases and other services as well. Okay, so you can go and look at the list yourself, but I'm basically just going to use a private GitHub repository, so you need to set this up first. So you click on add a GitHub app. Now you can call this whatever you want. Okay, I'm just going to call it this for now, and you can also use some kind of organization that you have. For example, I do have one, so I'll just use that. If you do not have one and you want to use your main GitHub account, just leave this empty. I have one, so I also have the files inside of that one, so I'm just going to use that one. Okay, now it's asking you to set up your app. Just click this. Now it's basically just gonna ask me to verify my account on GitHub. Just quickly gonna do that and come back. Then it basically uses that GitHub app name that you ended up using, and then you can just click this to link it with your account or organization, whichever one you are on. And now it will basically just ask you to install repositories on GitHub. Okay, so this is the app. Okay, so you can basically just select all repositories. So basically you would allow all of the repositories, public and private, to be accessed. Or what you can do as well is select certain repositories. For example, I have uploaded a few, so I'm going to select those. So I have a MERN and a Next.js and a React. Okay, so I'm basically just going to choose these three. Okay, but if you don't understand what's happening here, you can just select all repositories. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. It's just for, I guess, more for security reasons, that you might want to just select the ones you're allowed to have access to, in a sense, or you want to give access to through this app, rather than all of them. Okay, so afterward, just click install. Okay, so the client ID, secret, everything, all of these things basically just get set up for you. Okay, and you can even update certain things as well. So this is set up. Now you just go into projects, and you know what, you can create a new one. I'll just show you how to create a new one. So I'll just call this something simple like React app, for example. Click continue. Okay, now you have this. Click this production. Okay, add a resource. And you can set up databases as well in this. Okay, so for now we'll select the GitHub repository, the private one, because we have private ones. Okay, so I'm just gonna click my GitHub app, and then the three repositories that we have for this, you just select one of these, and then it basically asks you some default things. Okay, and then click continue. By the way, I've already made a different tutorial on how to upload projects to GitHub, whether that's a Next.js, Vercel, or React project. Okay, so you can go and watch that if you want. And now we're set up. So if I click on deploy, it should work if nothing goes wrong. While this is happening, I'm just gonna pause the video and come back. Okay, so it's done building. So if you go into links, you'll find the link to the site. Okay, this is an auto-generated thing, by the way. You can change this in the configuration, but if you click this, you'll see that the app is running. And I just installed the basic installation just to give you an idea of how to run this. Okay, it's basically the same process for an actual app as well. You just run the npm build command. The dist folder is basically the one that actually holds the real files. And the thing about Coollify is that it automatically detects whether you're using React and Next.js, and it automatically adjusts according to that. Okay, so if there are any problems, you can just go into the logs and see. But I'm going to go into the configuration for now. And this is where this auto-generated domain is. Okay, you can actually just change this and put your actual domain name here. Okay, and then change whether you want to allow the www or the non-www dot domain name. Okay, I actually recommend both because some users do use that. Most of them don't really use the www, but some do still. So it's better to just have both ways. You can add a description, change the type of this as well, and other stuff like that. So just explore a little bit. This is the base directory, by the way. For example, Let's say you had your project inside of a folder, right? So you would point towards that. Let's say it was a merge stack project, for example, right? So you would have the client folder and the server folder. So because your React app would be inside of the client folder, you would point towards the client folder. So just to give you an idea of what the base directory does, you can also run certain commands as well before you end up deploying your app. Okay. I think it automatically runs the build command and install command and all of that for you, because the reason why I say this is, yeah, so I have the project open. So I only have the public source and all of these files. Okay, I'm going to the source folder, for example. And as you can see, the build file, which is the dist folder, and the node modules folder, both of them are not here, which basically means that Coollify basically takes all of this and understands that this is a Reactjs project, and to run the build command and the node command itself automatically. So just want to confirm that for you guys. So this is how you run a React app. So I hope you like this tutorial. Like and subscribe to stay updated on the latest tutorials, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.